can record. Dear Thay, dear Sangha, today is Thursday, 19th of March 2026. We are in Joyful Garden Sangha House in Singapore, and we have finished our class on the mindful breathing Sutta. So when we learn about the mindful breathing Sutta, do you realize that most of the situations is like for sitting meditations? Yeah. So like when we practice the first four mindful breathing, actually is related to while we are practice sitting meditations. And then in the mindful breathing, so Anapanasati, it doesn't mention too much about different meditations. Yeah. And then today when I'm not sure if you still remember, if you read the beginning of the Anapanasati, it mentioned that the Buddha suggests the monks or nuns to go to a forest, a place that not too busy, and then sit under the tree, shade of a tree, and then sit cross-legged, and invite the mindfulness, establish the mindfulness, and using our breathings. So you see the setting actually mostly for the sitting meditations. Yeah. And then when we come to Satipatthana, the four foundation of mindfulness, and then Buddha tried to make it wider. So not only applied to a sitting, but in a different posture. Yeah. That is why it mentioned that we can apply the mindful breathings, not only for the sitting, but also during walking, during standing, and then lying down. Yeah. So you see that the relationship between the Anapanasati, the mindful breathing, and the four foundation of mindfulness is very closely related. So the Anapanasati seems like a small little part, and then Satipatthana is mean like a little bit bigger scope. Yeah. And then that is why in Plum Village we use the mindful breathing as our main practice, and then also we want to broaden the practice into for example in Plum Village we invented this stopping and looking deeply by literally stopping, don't talk, don't move, yeah, and then listen to the chimes clock, yeah. So this is really according to the Satipatthana, the four foundation of mindfulness. Yeah. But that's why nobody complain, right? They say, "Wow, why is Plum Village practice like this?" But if you know the essence of the practice, and then people think, "Oh, this Zen master is very creative, and he has his own style." And then our community also have our own style of practice, yeah. And the essence is still the same, to come back to the present moment, yeah, using our mindful breathings. Okay, let's go to the... So I would like to introduce you to this book. It's called Transformation and Healing. If you can get a copy, it will be very nice. This is belong to our library. Oh, but only one, huh? I'm sorry. We have 5 copies, yeah? If you want to borrow, maybe you can talk to Brother Ivan. Just borrow, Like we have this little library there. Yeah. And then this book is like a very essential book to plant village practice. So if you want to go deeper in the practice of a plant village, the first book is The Breathe You Are Alive. Yeah. And then the second one is this book. It's called Transformation and Healing. And then from the title is already self-explanatory, because what we want to do in our whole life is the transformation and healing. You cannot say that you only want to heal partially, or you want to heal today, tomorrow I don't want healing. But our teachers say the healing is an ongoing process? No, on progress. In progress, always in progress, because we always have certain hurt here and there, and then we want to heal ourselves every day. And then that's why the few calligraphy also is mentioned. Healing is every step, healing is every breath. So by breathing in, breathing out, you are actually doing the work of transformation and healings. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Very nice book. Even for us, we have been practicing for so many years, we still come back to this book. Doesn't mean that, I'm a Dharma teacher, so I already graduated from this mindful breathing. No. Every time I go back again, it helped me to understand better, and then it helped me to better in the application, how to apply this concept, this instruction to my daily life. So if I compare myself 10 years ago, a lot of doubt. How to do this one? I don't understand. I never try. I try, but very blur, and yeah. That's why in our life, like a monks and nuns, we also facing a lot of what do you call it? 失败. Huh? Setback. Not setback. Failure. We're facing a lot of failure. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that we have to give up because of those failure. But from those failure, we found out something, because we have a very strong wish, and when we receive a certain benefits from the practice, so this little failure, nothing. Even though it's happened a lot of times, again and again. Yeah. But amongst those failures, we found a gold. We found what do you call it? Diamond. We found something very precious there. So this is a very, very good book. Yeah, you can have a copy if you want, either electronic copy or physical copy. Yeah. So you say the sutra. Okay, let me read you. Sutra on the 4 establishments of mindfulness. Yeah. And then sometimes the cover has a few versions. Sometimes different publisher, they use a different cover. And then this is a few related Pali and Sanskrit scripture. It just if you would like to know deeper, this is a few scriptures that related to the 4 foundation of mindfulness. Yeah. So even I put the Anapanasati Sutta also, because it's closely related. It's like brother and sister, sibling. Yeah. And then there's another sutta called Kayagata Sati Sutta also. And then there's Rahulovada Sutta. And then Thay wrote this story. He rewrote the story, conversation between Rahula. You know Rahula? Rahula is the son of the Buddha, the conversation, into one of his masterpiece. It's called Old Path, White Clouds. Very beautiful. Yeah, because Rahula was very young, and then he became a novice monk, but his practice is not very diligent and not very well. So he likes to tell jokes or jests or some kind of like a little white lie. So Buddha gave a very beautiful teaching on that, with the how to call it? Buddha tried to tell a story about a basin with the water. If you keep telling lies, your integrity will be like you throw away all the water. And then if you continue to tell lie, and then your integrity is like a little water inside the basin. And then you continue to tell a lie again, you turn the basin upside down. Nobody want to believe you anymore. Yeah. So it's very skillful in teaching. Yeah. Okay, this is just information for you. If you want to see how is this scripture, this Satipatthana related to different scripture. And then, of course, when we talk about the Satipatthana, and then maybe we just go through this. Sati is mean mindfulness. We all know already. And then Upatana. Upatana mean placing of, maybe place of abiding. Just omit the ing. Place of abiding. That's why in Chinese it's called chu. Chu is like a place you can abide there. Somewhere only we know. Do you know some? Go to find out. Or this upatana also can be translated into many ways. The other way is called establishment or application. But in Plant Village, mostly we use the term establishment. Yeah. So we will use the term the 4 establishments of mindfulness, or sometimes it can be translated into the 4 grounds of mindfulness. But sometimes different teachers, meditation teacher, they prefer different term. Yeah, but actually they refer to the same scripture. And then maybe one thing I would like to emphasize is all kind of either is mindful breathings or this practice, we call it bhavana. Yeah, bhava is mean like cultivate, to make it appear. Yeah. But I don't know why our teacher used the term, in the Chinese term, he used a tiao. Tiao is mean to tune. Maybe during the practice we have to tune a lot. Or if during your sitting you feel comfortable, maybe you don't need to tune, right? But you feel like the cushion is too soft, or the weather, the AC is too soft, and then you feel a little bit hot. Maybe we need to adjust a little bit, right? Or maybe too cold, and then we need to put more jacket. Yeah. So it's called adjustment, adjust, tiao. So I think in the practice you need to always adjust. But when you adjust, you have to have a clarity in your mind, or else your adjustment become even more terrible. Right? That's why the clarity and the mindfulness and the present moment is very important for you to adjust. Like, example, we have a guitar, we play the guitar, and then when the guitar out of tune, we have to adjust. We have to tune. Yeah, tune the guitar. But to tune the guitar, we cannot just, do whatever we want. No? We have to use our power of listening, and then we need the experience. Your failure in the experience in the meditation can become a very good, what do you call it? It can be a knowledge, experiment, your experience to tune the guitar. So for people who can tune the guitar, they also learn a lot. They also made a lot of mistakes during the way, until after maybe few years, he can tune very easily and quickly. Just listen, okay, I know. A little more, yeah. But nowadays, we don't use our ears anymore. We just pull out a guitar tuner application, press and put in front, and then we just so lazy, huh? And we lose this capacity to listen. Yeah. Now many people, they lost their capacity to write, to speak. Young people, a lot of people, they communicate with the text, so their communication skill, their conversation and dialogue become so dry. But using a hand to type on the message, they can type very beautifully. Huh? Do you realize that happening to you too? Maybe, huh? I'm not sure. Huh? Okay, so when we are in the present moment, we have enough energy of mindfulness. We can tune, we can adjust in a very good way. Even you can adjust your feelings, right? But do you have that power or not? Yeah. That's why our teacher always say, actually mindfulness is if we generate the mindfulness using our mindful breathing, it's become a power. It's called the power of mindfulness, Nian Li. So if we generate mindfulness by breathing, so we have this. This pen is so good, difficult to. Okay, let's try something else. So if you use your breathing to generate mindfulness, I have to put the mindfulness here. Mindfulness of breathing, right? So it's become a power. Yeah. In Pali they call it bala. Bala is the power. It's like every time you mindfully, consciously pay attention to your in-breath and out-breath, actually you generate energy, mindful energy. It's like nowadays people can use the solar panel to receive the sunlight, and then they can convert the sunlight into a new energy, right? Even they can use they can use the turbine, huh? So they just put somewhere, and then when it's turned by the wind, so actually they convert the energy of the wind into the electricity, right? Or flowing water, they put something there, so when the turbine also turning, and then it become electricity. Same as your phone, right? Maybe you can imagine your mobile phone. You use your mobile phone the whole day, and then it become low battery very quickly. So you need to recharge them. So you have to recharge yourself with the mindful breathing. So your recharge will be this mindful breathing to generate an energy of mindfulness. Okay? Can you still follow me? Okay, let's go. So there's this few sentences is very important in the Satipatthana. It says observing the body in the body. So the first time when I read this one, I think maybe there's a mistake in the translation. I was very sure during that time. How foolish I am. I was at the time, So slowly I tried to, even though people try to explain, but I still not able to grasp what is the meaning behind that. Until I listen to it many times, I listen again and again, I try myself. Suddenly there's a few sentences from Thay, like hit my head so hard, and I suddenly realized, especially when there was a time he shared about non-duality, non-discriminations. So you see, there's a first body and second body. It's feeling like there's two people. Actually, Brother Phap, there is only one, but I can generate another one to look at me, look at my body. So there's a physical body, there's an imaginary body. So actually we can generate 5 bodies or more than that. It depends on how strong your mind. So, but most of the time, generally speaking, we will feel like we have 2 bodies, because you feel like there's another person of you jump out to look at your body. So when Sis Mabel say, aware of my body, relax of my body. So do you think, do you have one body, or do you have 2 bodies? Or you have many bodies? Okay, you answer by yourself. Huh? So at the end, we want you to be one with actually you are from the beginning one with your body. It's just our discriminative mind to split them, and then we are very used to it, because we feel that we cannot look at our body if there's no eyes to look at it. So you have to split your eyes going out and then look at your body. But how can you look at your body using your eyes? You know? Okay, and all the same with the feelings, minds, and object of mind. Yeah. So when there's a duality, and then you feel like you have a body, yeah, an extra body. You have. So the idea is to become one with your body, to become one with your feeling. There's no separations. That's why in Heart Sutra it say no separate self entities. It means like it also means that you create another imaginary body, and then actually they are one. A little bit difficult to understand, but you will feel it later when you practice more. And then there's a sentence inside the sutra is quite also very important according to me. The Buddha said, the bhikkhus, a practitioner remains established in the observation of the body in the body. So I put a stars. You can replace the body with feelings, mind, and object of mind. Persevering. Yeah, persevering means very diligently. And then clear understanding. Like you can see clearly. Yeah. If you are not in the present moment, you cannot see clearly. Fully awake is also means mindfulness. Gone beyond all attachment and aversions to this life. So this is the very beginning part of the sutra. It's mentioned something like this. And then in the plant village tradition, our teachers somehow he want us to practice in this way. So actually, if you look at the practice of a plant village or the common practice of meditation, it usually have two. The first one is the stopping. It's called the samatha. And then the second one is called looking deeply. Or vipassana. So long time ago, to my limited understanding, I will always think that we practice it separately. And then most of the teachers I encounter, I listen to their explanation, they always say we start from samatha. And then there's another master also, maybe they never talk about samatha, but they always directly go to the vipassana. But of course I don't have a qualification to comment on the others' tradition, how they explain. But I will take full responsibility from the perspective of plant village. Yeah. So according to our teachers, this is like a left and a right wing. So like a bird, you want to fly, you need bow. You cannot just flap or flip. Flap your wings only one side, left or right only. But you have to both side. Yeah. You know why? Because when we practice samatha, actually it's already followed by vipassana. Maybe it's not strong, but it's there already. Yeah, when you practice samatha, actually vipassana also following you. If you practice the correct samatha. Yeah, samatha means stopping your mind running to the future and to the past. Yeah, and then when we listen to the chimes clock, we return to the present moment. It's also stopping our mind. So we practice samatha. Like just now, when the guided sitting meditation. When I listen to the guided sitting meditation, I deliberately put a lot of sentences, guided sentences related to body. So even though it say related to body, but actually it's also influenced my feelings. Yeah. The second guided sentence, I found it in the book. It was very nice. That's why I put it in there. It's called breathing in. I follow my in-breath all the way through. Yeah. From its beginning to its end. Actually, I don't know why when Sis Mabel read this sentence, it somehow touched me so deep. Yeah, and then when she continued the second line, breathing out, I follow my out breath all the way through, from its beginning to its end. So during daytime, I select the guidance words. Somehow also have to base on my instinct. So, okay, this is suitable, I put it in. Because I also fix few times, or this is supposed to be down. Let's exchange. And then, this is maybe not very correct. I delete it, I replace it with something else. So it's become this, the guided sitting today. And then during the sitting just now, at the very beginning, I somehow heard Thay give a guided sitting using this precise, exactly this sentence. Yeah, and then somehow water the seed that maybe I have a certain memory about him giving a guided sitting meditation, because there are time to time he will give us this guided sitting, but not all the time. Huh? There's a couple of times I heard him directly giving a guidance. So I think this sentence somehow left a very deep imprint in me. So when I heard it feels so deep. And then even though it's somehow related to the past, but I'm very present, very rooted in the present moment. Do you see? And then there's a lot of joy and happiness there. Yeah, because I'm not carried away by the past. Yeah, it's difficult to explain to you. You're rooted in the present moment. You're not carried away by the past, even though the memory related to the past. Okay, this is what I can tell you. Yeah. Okay, and then. Yes, also last time when we went to a monastery called Pomingse, I also share about this one if you were there at that time. Like the calming or the stopping or the samatha. Yeah, Thay divided into 3 little steps. It's called recognizing or mere recognition. After we recognize, and then we have the capacity to accept. Yeah. So don't try your best to accept at the very beginning, but recognize first. Like when you are angry, you can call it by its true name. That's why in Plant Village we have a practice, not mere recognition, mere calling, I think. Right? We have a mere recognition. Actually, our teachers teaching a mere calling our frustration, our stress, our anger by its true name. Yeah. We have a poem. Please call me by my true name. Yeah. It's a very wonderful one. Yeah. So you recognize, and then you have the capacity to accept. And then when you feel that you can accept already, then the possibility to embrace. Yeah. Don't fight. Yeah. Accepting also is mean no need to fight. And then actually number 1 can give rise to concentration. Yeah. So when we can recognize, we are peaceful, and then accepting and embracing, the concentrations somehow raise into a state that very high. Using this power, okay, this is another power. Huh? Just now we say the power of mindfulness. Now, after that, after the recognizing, accepting and embracing, it will become a new power. Oh, what's this? Broken. Impermanent. Okay, I have to, step it. Oh well. So it's called the power, I'm sorry. The power of concentrations. Yeah. Yeah, the power of concentrations. Yeah. So after the samatha, you can give rise to the power of concentration. Energy, power. Yeah. So all can become power. Okay. Ting li, yeah. Ting, concentration, li, power. Power of concentration. So you have to continue to generate the energy of mindfulness. So you can have the energy or the power of concentration. So using this concentration to penetrate, to go deep into the subject that you want to know. For example, you are very angry, or you are lately very frustrated, you have a lot of problems here and there. Yeah, that one is called looking deeply, vipassana. Yeah, using this the power, the energy of concentration to look deeply into a certain subject. And then the result will be the insight or understanding. We call it a hui. And it's also become a hui li. So we are either generating a new energy or we are wasting energy. I think some times ago I also shared with you that we're wasting a lot of energy, or in the class of 5 mindfulness training, taking care of our body energy, our mind energy, and then our breath energy. So we wasting a lot of energy by talking. But I'm talking right now, I hope it's not wasting energy. But you know, after the talk for 1 hour and a half, I feel like I'm totally low bad. What I want to do is just lying down and recharge. Yeah. If you are a teacher, maybe you know. A teacher, you have to go to school and then you have to explain a lot of things to your student. After you go home, you feel also feeling so tired. Yeah. So observing noble silence actually very good, you know. If there are time you don't need to talk, maybe you can observe noble silence. Very good. Don't be angry, leh. Okay. Okay, this is why in the title is always say 4. You see, this is when we study the Mindful Breathing Sutra. Is already mentioned about the mindfulness of body, nian sen, and then mindfulness of feeling, nian so, and then mindfulness of the mind, nian sin, and then mindfulness of object of mind or phenomena, nian fa. So actually this nian, they have a lot of nian. Also they have nian jie, nian fo, nian fa, nian seng, nian jie. Nian fo, nian fa, nian seng is a mindfulness of a quality of a Buddha, mindfulness the quality of a Dharma, quality of the teaching. Nian fa and nian seng, the quality of the mindfulness of the quality of the community. Yeah, we have a lot of nian. Nian si, nian tian. Nian si means death, contemplation. Nian tian, tian is the sky, but it means tian ren. Tian ren means the deva, the high beings. Yeah. So this is why we call it a 4 foundation. It means these 4 things divided by the Buddha, saying it can be a foundation for us to generate mindfulness. That's why it's called the place, or become a foundation to generate mindfulness. And this will be the 4 main sources. Yeah. But this is very clear. And then, this is also a different view to look at the 16th exercise. You look at it, I call it the subject for full awareness can be divided into 7 categories. Yeah. This is just a way how to look at it, the 16 breathing exercise. So is divided into 7 categories. The categories of number 1 is called following the breath in daily life. You can do it. And then when we go deeper is the first and the second breathing. Do you still remember? The first is the in and out. The second one is the following. Yeah. These two you can do it whole day. Not only in the sitting, right? And then the second one is called awareness of the body, is the third breathing, right? Now you start to familiarize, like the first breathing, second breathing, the third breathing. Yeah. And then the third category is called realizing the unity of the body and mind, is the number 4. Yeah. Because it say calming my body. Even though it's a body, but actually your mind already involved there. So actually your mind from the beginning is always like a very busy body, you know, from the beginning. But you have to give them a method like the breathing, so your mind not go wild, you know, or else your mind just go wild, you know. Yeah. The categories number 4 is nourishing ourselves with joy and happiness. Yeah, still remember, huh? Number 5 and 6 is mean the feeling already, right? And then observing the feelings is number 7 and 8. Caring for and liberating the mind is the mindful breathing 9 to 12. And then the rest fall into the category of looking deeply in order to shed light on the true nature of all dharma, all object of mind, all phenomena. So this is just a different way how to look at the 16 mindful exercise. If it help you, you can just, okay, maybe I want to choose number 1, number 2, number 3. Yeah? It means like you practice the mindful breathing from number 1 to number 4. Yeah. A lot of numbers. Huh? Okay, in the books called Transformation and Healing, this is how Thay divided the whole sutra into 20 exercises based on the Thich Nhat Hanh's interpretations. Is very interesting to see. Yeah. So remember, we're going to go through one by one these 20 exercises. But these 20 exercises also split into 4 areas: the body, feeling, mind, and object of mind. Okay? Okay, let me give you a preview. Let's go slowly. Huh? But luckily, we already finished the Anapanasati. So when we go through this one, it will be very helpful. So your mind feeling like I install a map into your mind, right? Don't lose the map. Huh? But if you master it very well, you don't need the map anymore. You can throw it away. But now probably you still need it. Yeah. So you see the mindfulness of the body. In the mindful breathing, it only have 4 breathings. But in the Satipatthana, the Buddha expanded into more complete versions, like more cover, more area. You see, exercise number 1 is related to conscious breathing. So it's like, how we call it? I think it's correct to say that Anapanasati and the Satipatthana, they are sibling, you know. Exercise number 2 is following the breath. Exercise number 3, oneness of body and mind. And then sometimes our teachers say actually mindfulness is the oneness of your body and mind. When your mind and body together, actually is also mean mindfulness. Exercise number 4, calming the body. Exercise number 5, position of the body. 6, bodily actions. 7, parts of the body. 8, body and the universe. And 9, body as impermanent. Very easy, don't worry. You don't need to remember, but I will send to you. Yeah. Okay, let's see the second exercise number 10 to 12 is related to feelings. Just now is all about body, right? Now we only have 3 exercises related to feeling. Exercise number 10, just now until 9, right? Now let's continue to 10, is healing with joy, identifying feelings. I think healing with joy also somehow happiness there inside. Yeah. Exercise 11, identifying feelings. What kind of feeling? Neutral, comfortable, uncomfortable, yeah. Exercise 12 is called seeing the roots of feelings and identifying neutral feelings. It's giving a little bit emphasis on the neutral feeling. Huh? Which one you prefer? Uncomfortable feeling, comfortable feeling, or neutral feeling? Or maybe most of the time it's called mixed feeling. Okay, next one, exercise 13 to 15 is related to mindfulness of the mind. You see a body a lot. Huh? Body we have 9, and then the feeling only 3, and then the mind's only 3. So it tells you that return to your body actually is very important. Don't look down on that one. Yeah. So exercise number 13 is observing the desiring mind. 14, observing anger. Okay, this anger we don't have in the mindful breathing exercise, right? But anger also can become one of the mental formations, right? So when in the mindful breathing you say observing my mental formation, actually you can replace with the anger. But also you can replace with the frustration, stress. Do you think the stress level in the Singaporeans is very high? Yes. Do you have any journal or research about the stress level of Singaporean? Happiness index. High or not? Very high, huh? Happiness. Oh, so your stress level very high and your happiness level also very high. Huh? Oh, this is quite interesting. I thought they are in a different direction. Anyway, you can read. Maybe this research can tell you something about the situation in Singapore. And then exercise 15, love meditation. Yeah, metta meditation. I think, I don't remember, there's one time we also practiced a metta. Huh? Workshop. Huh? I think in the Quang Minh San, Pokaksi. Can, that one also. I think in the YouTube also, you have a video or something, Thay give guidance on the metta meditation. Okay, this is a little bit more than the last one, because it's 20 exercises. Mindfulness of the object of mind. So the 16 is discriminative investigations. 17, observing internal formation. This is the knots. Huh? The internal formation is the knot. Do you still remember? If you don't remember, go back. Transforming internal formation. Yeah, need to transform. Huh? That's why the title is Transformation and Healing. Huh? And then exercise number 19 is overcoming guilt and fear. Yeah. So actually we have a lot of things to do with fear and guilt also. Huh? Difficult to 跨过怎么讲? To go beyond, to transcend our guilt and fear. Many people got stuck there. And the last one, sowing seeds of peace. Sounds like very down to earth, you know. This number 20. I thought it might be some kind of nirvana or ultimate reality, you know. But when sowing seeds of peace, very down to earth. Okay, so this is like the map, the 4 foundations, and then maybe today we can go, because we have a foundation already, so today is just like a strengthening our foundation. Yeah. So this one, 9. Are you ready? Okay. Don't worry, it's quite easy. Yeah. Okay, this is the exercise number 1. It's called conscious breathing. So in the scripture, it's mentioned he goes, but please don't get caught in this he. It can be she, it can be they. But in the in the scripture, it's mentioned that for what do you call it? To maintain its similarity, to just choose one. You cannot put like many he, she, it or they there. But I think sometimes, not sure whether this is what do you call it? You maintain the similarity from the beginning. Consistency. I'm not sure whether the editor quite consistent with using the term. Don't blame me. Blame the editor. So he goes to the forest. You see, forest. So this is our forest. To the foot of a tree. We are not under foot of the tree, but foot of a... Oh, how come this is empty room? Okay, never mind. Empty room is mean like a place not many people. Sit down cross-legged in a lotus position. But Plum Village will give you discount, like a half lotus, Myanmar style, Japanese style. If those not able to do that, we have chair. Because the one time I say practice meditation, we can sit on a chair. Quite a lot of people complain. No, brother, sitting meditation, have to sit down and with the cross leg. Yeah, that one extreme lah. But Plum Village, is the important is the quality of your mind, because some people they have limitation, back pain, or cannot sit too long on the cushion, So we can still practice sit on the chair. Hold his body straight. Yeah, that's why every time when a guided sitting meditation, we will say, "Oh, sit straight, but relax, okay?" And then establishes mindfulness in front of him. You see, the word is called "si nian." Mian qian. Mian qian is mean your face in front of you. Yeah, I think also because of the breathing in and out in front, right? So you establish this mindfulness in front of you. Si is mean like to tie or to bind your mindfulness. So it has a power to do that, to stay focused there. Yeah. He breathes in. Yeah, I put it in a red color. Aware that he is breathing in. He breathes out. Aware that he is breathing out. Very simple one. Right? In and out. You can do it every day, everywhere. So number 1, very easy. But there's a thing that I read in the... Okay, I quote this one from the Heart of a Buddha's teaching. It's mentioned about vitarka and vichara. So according to Thay, this is related to how our minds works during sitting meditation. The vitarka is the initial thought, and then the vichara is the developing thoughts. Okay, this is, I quote Thay directly. Yeah? He say, an initial thought is something like this. Yeah, this afternoon I have to turn in an essay. Oh no. On this Tuesday, I have to send an email to Brother Phap for my journal. Oh, this is a 5 mindfulness trainings class. Yeah. For the 5 mindfulness training class. And then the development thought might be to wonder whether we are doing the assignment correctly, how to write the journal, what to include, whether we should read it one more time before turning it in, before you press the button send. Maybe you want to read it once again. Whether the brother will notice if we hand it late or so on. Many people late. But it's okay. Yeah. So vitarka is the original thought. Vichara is the development of the original thoughts. But after I contemplate for some time, sometimes I cannot really determine which one is the original thought. Yeah. I think maybe before the original thought, there are previous. There's another more original thought. Another higher level of original one. But okay, this is just how interesting to see how our minds work. And then I also learned that sometimes our mind have a way of thinking. They are quite logically, logic. Quite logic is the mean that, okay, you are sitting meditation and then you have a wandering mind. Your wandering mind maybe go to the supermarket, and then at the supermarket you want to buy certain drink, and then you will choose the drink that you like the most, that you buy it regularly, and then you will wonder how much, and then you will give the money, how you pay, by card, by credit card, by cash. Yeah. Those wandering mind is sound logic, right? But somehow there's another way of your mind functions is like this. You are sitting meditation, yeah, even though the brother or sister say, oh, breathing in, I pay attention to my in-breath. You listen to the guidance, but your mind still running to the supermarket. After you go to the supermarket, you think, oh, maybe I'm thirsty, I want to buy drink. But somehow you jump to a different place. Oh, maybe I need to do my work in the office. Yeah, from supermarket you jump to the office, and then you jump back to the here again. I have to listen to the guidance. Yeah, maybe you listen half of it, and then you jump again to MRT, to bus station, to certain place. So it's kind of random. There's quite smooth following, like making a very nice story, and then the other one is a random story. Quite, it's also interesting to see how your minds work like that. Okay, let's go to the second one. It's called following the breath. That's why our teacher like to use the term following. Even though in the text it say when he breathes in a long breath, he knows. I'm breathing in a long breath. When he breathes out a long breath, he knows. I'm breathing out a long breath. When he breathes in a short breath, he knows. I'm breathing in a short breath. When he breathes out a short breath, he knows. I'm breathing out a short breath. Those is about long and short. But when you're following your in-breath and out-breath, you know how short and how long. But do not fight, No, this is short. No, this is short. This is long. Yeah. But you feel it. You feel it, then you will know it's a long or short. But I think maybe our teacher would like to emphasize on not about the long or short, but you can follow from the beginning, from its beginning until its end. Yeah. It means like your capacity of mindfulness become longer, right? Longer. Exercise number 3, oneness of body and mind, is very easy. Only 2 sentences. Breathing in, I'm aware of my whole body. Breathing out, I'm aware of my whole body. You can use this one very easily. Long, short, in, out, long, short, following, or aware of the whole body. So it means like your body and mind become one. Yeah. And number 4, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my body. No need to explain. Yeah. Number 5. Number 5 is getting more interesting. Number 5 is the positions of the body. Moreover, when a practitioner walks, he is aware, I'm walking. And then the Chinese is called Sing. That's why walking meditation, we call it Sing Chan. Right? From here. 不是走禅 Zhou is 走 correct, right? but we never 不好听咧走禅 not not poetic, yeah, but it's called sing is mean movement, you know. Actually it's mean walking. When he's standing, he is aware I'm standing, is a 住. Yeah, he's standing. When he's sitting, he's aware I'm sitting, is the 坐. Yeah, 行住坐. And then the lying down, this is the total relaxation. Plum Village, we have everything, but we don't have a lot of standing meditation. But our lying down meditation is very super and powerful. It's called total relaxation. And then when he is lying down, he is aware I'm lying down. It's a 卧. 卧 is mean like, how do you say? Yeah, that one. In whatever position his body happens to be, he is aware of the position of this body. So in the Satipatthana it mentioned you have to extend your mindfulness to these 4 postures. And then I believe this posture everybody have to do it every day. There's no choice. You cannot say that I'm sorry brother, I'm lazy, I don't want to walk. Cannot, impossible. When you wake up, you want to go to the toilet, you already have to walk. Right? Yeah. You have to walk to the MRT station or the bus stations, you have to walk, right? You have to sit, correct? You have to stand. It means like maybe you need to pay something or you need to go to a queue to the car or bus or something. Yeah? So in this 4 position, or lying down also. Yeah, but don't lying down in your office, okay? Yeah. When you go home, you can, after this class, you go back and you can practice lying down. Yeah. So this is called the position of the body. Yeah, very interesting, only 4. But, this is, I want to show you a very good gatha. So, every time you come to the Sangha house, you can practice this one. So when you look at the Sangha house, we already prepare a mattress and the cushion to you. So you can bow to the cushions before you sit down and then you recite this gatha. Sitting here is like sitting under the Bodhi tree. My body is mindfulness itself, entirely free from distraction. So even before you sit down, you recite this gatha, it gives rise to mindfulness. You maybe can put somewhere here, you know, if you don't memorize it, you know. You see a lot of calligraphy. I don't know, maybe you can do something. Yeah. Also, even we can put a gatha in front of the door. So before people coming in, they can read the gatha first. Even we have a shoe rack, you know, you can put the gatha over there also. It's called a line up your shoes. Yeah. So you arrive here, you already can practice the mindfulness. Even when you are below, you have to climb up the stairs, make your knee very tired. Maybe we can put a little gatha there, dear friends. Every time you come to the Sangha house, you can visit the little gatha, you read it. So while you are climbing up to the 4th floor, you don't suffer so much, you know. Quite a number of people, this Sangha house over here, no lift. You have to climb so high. So this one is the entering the meditation hall. So this is the meditation hall, you can put it outside. Entering the meditation hall, I see my true self. As I sit down, I vow to cut off all disturbances. So this is how Plum Village practice with the gatha, with the poem. Yeah? This is just an example for you. Okay. Exercise number 6 is called bodily action. I read for you, so it's easier. Moreover, when the practitioner is going forward or backward, he applies full awareness to his going forward and backward. Okay? Yeah. When he looks in front or looks behind, why no left and right? Okay, no problem. Bend down or stand up, He also applies full awareness to what he is doing. He applies full awareness to wearing the Sangati robe. When you wear your t-shirt, your skirt or something, you're aware of it. Or carrying the alms bowl, because this is talking to a monk, right? So this is like the monastic. But not only for monastic, okay? You can just imagine yourself. When he eats or drinks, chews or savors the food, he applies full awareness to all this. When passing, is very polite. Huh? When passing excrement or urinating, still very polite. He applies full awareness to this. When he walks, stands, lies down, sleeps, sleeps also, or wakes up, speaks or in silence, he shines his awareness on all of this. And Plum Village, we do all of this. Wake up Gatha, we have waking up this morning, I smile. Remember, right? And then at night time, before you go to sleep, you also have a Gatha. The day, one day is over. The first line is called 今日已过. Today is over. Ming Sui Ri Jian. It means like our life become shorter. Look at what we have done. I think diligently practice or something, and then don't let the time pass by meaninglessly. Something like that. So we have, if you want to know, to practice, you can buy a book called Present Moment, Wonderful Moment. I'm a good business monk. Just kidding. Okay, let's go to the number 7. It's called parts of the body. Further, the practitioner meditates on his very own body, from the sole of the feet upwards, and then from the hair on top of the head downwards, a body contained inside the skin, full of the impurities which belong to the body. Here's my hair, I don't have hair. My head, here's hair on my body, the nails, the teeth, skin, flesh, sinews, bones, bone marrow, kidney, heart. Do you think you're familiar with this? If you attended Plum Village retreat, for sure. But most of the time you're already lying down. After 5 minutes, you're already snoring. You, you don't know what the brother or sister giving you a guidance. But mostly the guidance will be this one, right? Now you laugh. I know, even not last for 10 minutes. Even the first 5 minutes, you already change realm. You see, the heart, liver, diaphragm, spleen, lungs, intestines, bowels, excrement, bile, plums, pus, blood, sweat. Wow, we have a lot, Sweat, fat, tears. What is grease? Grease, saliva, mucus, synovial fluid, urine. It's called parts of our body. So mostly when we have total relaxation, we do this called a body scanning meditation. But you are in the position of lying down. Maybe try one time, you stay awake and listen to the brother or sister giving a guidance, Poor the sister or brother, you just say, breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Suddenly somebody, Wow, so quick. I have a lot of experiences guided this total relaxation. Even there are people I have not started. You see, so exciting. You just put down the head and suddenly, wow, that one is the most happiest person in the world. Because nowadays a lot of people difficult to go to sleep. They left, right, you know. I don't know what the head happened to the mind. Okay, then exercise number 8. Body and universe. It means like our body related to the universe, to this earth. Further, in whichever position his body happens to be, the practitioner passes in review the elements which constitute the body. Yeah. So in this body is the earth, the Thay. Okay. The element Thay, earth element, the water element, Sui. And then the fire element, Ho. And then the air elements, Feng. Feng is the wind. But sometimes few sources say it's a Qi. So Qi and the Feng should be quite similar. But it's a little bit difficult, a little bit different from the Chinese way of looking, because the Chinese, they have Wu Xing, the 5 elements. What is it? Jing, Mu, Sui, Huo, Tu. Jing is the gold, Mu is the wood, Sui is the water, what is Huo is the fire, quite similar, fire, and then we have earth, yeah. Quite similar, quite similar. It's just a different way how to look at these elements in our body. So you see this, in the guided sitting meditation, we also have this guidance. Go deep in the earth elements, in the water element, in the fire element. Can you imagine the fire hot and the water inside your body? They are living harmoniously, right? Possible, right? Oh, this is the most difficult one, but don't try this at home. You need a good practitioner or mentor to give you a guidance. But this is very nice. Why? Because it will help you to take care of your sexual energy, and then also to reduce the desire in you. We know we have a desire, we have a sexual energy, but we don't want it to overflow or too much, because everything too much is always create problem. Too much oil, problem. Too much sugar, problem. Too much cold, problem. Too much hot, also problem. So we always want in the middle or somewhere, not too much. Yeah. So this is called the 9 contemplation, or the 9 stages of decomposition of a corpse. You see, maybe good for monks, I think, and nuns. Yeah. For lay practitioner, please be careful on this. Not, I told you, not don't try this at home. But maybe I don't need to go through. Later I will send to you. You read by yourself. Okay. But this is a very good meditation indeed. Yeah. Okay, this is an important point I want to share with you. Because after a certain point, and then you will repeat this point. Observing of, so I put in the bracket, the body, feeling, mind, and objects of mind. From within, or from without, or both. So you're looking from inside or looking from outside, or both, looking from inside and outside. Remain established in the observation of the process of coming to be. It means how it's formed. Yeah, and then the process of dissolution, how it disappear. Coming, stay for a while, and then disappear, correct? Yeah, coming, stay for some time, and then disappear. Or both. Mindful of the fact that there is body. Yeah, this is called, we acknowledge that we have body. So when we say that, breathing in, I'm aware of, just now I put it in, breathing in, I know that I'm sitting, breathing out, I'm aware that I'm sitting. So it's to acknowledge, to the fact that you are sitting at that time, right? Nobody lying down, right? During the sitting meditation? No. Yeah. So include the feelings, minds and objects of mind until understanding and full awareness come about. He remained established in the observation, free, not caught in any worldly considerations. Yeah. Okay, this is I just want to tell you a story. Okay, let me arrange my position, my posture. After I tell this story, we can have a question and answer. Okay, now imagine you are a hunter. So when you are a hunter, you go to the forest and you catch these 6 animals. Yeah, you catch these 6 animals. What animals there? Can you mention? The snake, crocodile, fox or wolf, or they call it jackal, and then a dog, and a monkey, and a bird. Correct? So if you look at those animals, maybe you can have a conclusion that the 6 animals have their domains. Like for example, if the snake, where the snake will go usually? In the scripture it says the ant hills. I don't know why. Ant hills. Is it there, behind there? Yeah. So maybe I think the snake eat the ants or something, huh? So he will eat the snake. And then what do you think about the crocodile? Maybe go to the water, the river or swamp area, right? The jackal or the fox or the wolf, in the sutra it says going to the charnel ground. Charnel ground is like maybe cemetery or somewhere, huh? And then the dog usually will go to the village. Yeah. And then where's the monkey will go to? Run and jump to the trees and maybe to the forest. And then how about the bird? Sky and fly. Yeah? And then imagine we have rope and bind to the body of these 6 animals, and then the end of the rope you just have to tie them together like that in the picture, you see. Now try to imagine what will happen. Chaos. Cannot go anywhere. Are you sure? The monkey said, I want to jump. And then the bird said, I want to fly. You know. And then the snake will say, I want to go to the ant hill. And then the crocodile said, no, follow me to the river. Yeah. So everybody just pulling each other, and maybe you just try to imagine who amongst them the strongest. Are you sure the crocodile? Maybe, yeah. If we just take a look, maybe the crocodile will be so probably everybody will be dragged by the crocodile. Probably. But of course, if the dog, the jackal, and then the monkey, they are cooperate, maybe they can fight against the crocodile. But you can imagine how chaotic in this situation. Yeah. So it telling us that this is how our 6 senses, our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, our body, and our mind. Your eyes want to look at something beautiful, right? Like the snake maybe. And then your ears want to listen to something very nice song, right? Like maybe crocodile going to... So they are going into a different direction. Your eyes want this one, your ears want this one, your nose want this one, your mouth want to eat this one, want to eat that one, want to eat everything. And then your body want this one, and your mind like a monkey jumping around. So at the end, your 6 senses making you so tired. And then which one of your senses is the strongest one? Now you have to ask yourself, which one is the strongest one? Which one is the crocodile? Or maybe you don't look at the thing that maybe the bird. If the bird very strong one, he can drag everybody to somewhere else. And then what is this? The story continues. So your six senses dragging you around all the time. You look at advertisement board. You pass by a very good restaurant. You look at it, and then you smell something good. Yeah. So it's like these six animals keep dragging you. So the Buddha said, if you practice mindful of breathing, return to your body, it is like you put a pillar in the middle. So the pillar in the middle is the mindful breathing related to your body. So it means like, hey, eyes, return to the body. Don't jump, always go outside. Yeah. Hello, monkey, come back. Hello, crocodile, come back. Hello, the snake, come back. If you have this pillar, that is the practice of mindfulness of body, through a certain time, your senses will become tired. Don't want to go anywhere anymore. But this tiredness is become good because it become kwai kwai. Kwai kwai, you know? Kwai kwai mean like not creating a lot of troubles. Because, you know, it bind by the pillar, what do you call it? The poles, huh? The poles. If not, everybody dragging everybody, you know. This one dragging here and there, you know. Yeah. So the practice of returning to our body is like the poles, the stick, strong stick there. But if the stick is not strong enough, the power to return to the body not strong enough, you will always be dragging by your eyes, your ears, nose, your mouth, your tongue, your body and your mind everywhere. So it causes you a lot of suffering. I want to buy this one, I don't have money. I want to eat this one, but I'm already very full. So it's disturbing you all the time. That is why long time ago there's an extremist in the Buddha's time. They blind their eyes. Yeah. But this is very extreme, you know. Buddha said, no, we don't do that, you know. They cut their hand. They just do a very extreme one. Yeah. So rather than that one, Buddha say, return to our body, we become calm and peace. Okay, maybe this is what I would like to share today. So I hope no question, so we can go home earlier. So maybe let's listen to one sound of the bell. Because today we only talk about the body. We can relax, smile, and you imagine that these 6 animals come back to your body. Your eyes, your ears, nose, your tongue, your body and your mind. Return to your body, feel your body, or at least feel your breathings. Yeah, let's do it together. Maybe 1 or 2 questions. Question already, huh? So quick. Where? In the chat. Oh, this one, huh? From Benny. Okay. Thank you, Benny. Let me read your question. Can we just meditate based on the 20 steps from Master Tick? instead the 4 foundation with the 16 step is sufficient. So the 20 step is the same as the 4 foundation and the same as the 16 step. So it's just a different name. Yeah. But 20 step is more things to meditate. Yeah. So if you just want to practice the 16 breathing exercise, it's also quite enough already. Yeah. Basically, they are cousin, siblings. Okay, Venny? Maybe one. Okay, please. Do we have a? Let's give this microphone.
Dear Thay, thank you for focusing on the body today. Today is especially stressful day for colleagues at work. We usually use a lot of our mind because we use like office work to do problem solving. Is there any gatha that are suitable for office workers who are secular, maybe not Buddhist, but to help us come back to our body, especially when we are using a lot of our minds in stressful situations?
Well, recently I heard this kind of stress in the big city. They call it urban stress symptom. It's been like maybe more and more people in the big city, for example, in Singapore, they have emotion instability. Somehow that person suddenly just scolding people around or just wearing something very funny, to drag attention from people, or just a pile up of stress that person not able to recognize and to transform. And then when he or she already realized, it's a little bit too late. So it's like a time bomb already exploded. So first, we have a Sangha house once a month to kind of detox yourself. It will be very nice. And then you want to do things regularly, you can start from early morning when you wake up. You can practice the gatha. I don't know whether the Sangha house we have this gatha cards. Yeah, you can stick the gatha everywhere. If you come to the Sangha house, you will see that somewhere in the mirror, somewhere in the toilet, have things. It's for us to practice. Yeah, so you can do that. Like for us, every morning when we wake up in the morning, I smile. 24 brand new hours are before me. I vow to live fully in each moment and to look at all beings with the eyes of compassion. Yeah. So we practice it every day. So I start my morning. No need to wait until you go to the office. Yeah. And then morning when I brush my teeth, I also practice breathing in, breathing out. Yeah. And then maybe we call it a micro mindfulness. Micro mindful breathing. You do it regularly. Even if you do it regularly, you can be easily detect the tension in your body, and then you can take a break. Like my computer, every 1 hour it will break. I have a software called break. So every 1 hour it will stop for like 1 minute. I can adjust. Yeah. Usually I adjust every 15 minutes, but it's too overwhelming every 15 minutes. Because you're walking on, you're typing, you copy paste, you're typing, and suddenly it's frozen. I said, 15 minutes is too overwhelming. So I'm sorry to just adjust every 1 hour. Once every hour to breathe, Yeah, you want to see, I don't know you can see it or not. Break now. Yeah, it's called, it's like this. Oh, cannot see, huh? I let me stop the screen sharing. Oh, still, huh? It's not no screen sharing anymore. Oh, I have to do my screen sharing. Huh? Really? Okay, let me try. Huh? So it will like a. But I also cheating sometimes. Huh? Cheating in the sense like I can stop the. Oh, cannot. Oh well, no problem. Huh? Share windows. Huh? I see. Oh, I see. It's called. I don't have application Windows desktop. Desktop. Really?
It's in your desktop.
Desktop. So this one. Start break. That one. So every 1 hour it will appear like this. Breathe, I'm alive. Stop, breathe, relax and smile. So I just breathing in, breathing out, waiting, you know. Sometimes impatient, cancel, break. There's a button there, it's called busy lah, later. But you can there's a setting. It say you can delay, snooze. If you set up an alarm, sometimes they have the button of snooze, right? And it depends how many times you want to snooze. Yeah, this is also. But this is every 1 hour, 1 minute mindful breathing. I just look at it, breathe, I'm alive, and stop, breathe, relax, and smile. Just 1 minute, I think it makes me happy, And then suddenly I read, so tense over here, Yeah, it's back because it's only 1 minute. Yeah. So if you want, you can install this thing. And then, we have to be creative in the practice. So we already, like Plum Village is quite, according to me, is quite creative. Yeah, like our teachers invent this kind of practice of stopping, breathing. Or even you want to go to washroom, you can practice a walking meditation. But don't wait. Sometimes you want to go to toilet, but you just maybe wait another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then half an hour, and then you feel so tight, and then you have to run to the toilet, So if you feel like you need to go to toilet, why don't you just go and then I don't know how long you need to walk. So you spend that time to breathing in a few steps, breathing out a few steps, You go in and then you make sure you go to the right place, Yeah. And then you go in, look at the mirror. I like in the airport somewhere, So I go in, smile, look at the mirror, smile again. When I turn the water, wash, and then usually if I need to use the tissue, I will always make sure I only take one. But sometimes when I look at other people, I'm like, this one. But still have to breathing in and breathing out. Because I cannot expect them to follow me. Yeah, I think if you take only just one, it's enough, right? You don't need to, we call it what? We don't pay and then you take a lot, The airport will not charge you by taking a lot of napkins or tissue. Yeah. Please, maybe you can follow me. Just take one, Or if you don't want to take the tissue, you can use the hand dryer, like the machine. It's also okay. Yeah. And then leave the space like where you found it. You come like this, and then you go also clean. Practice mindfulness. Very good. Yeah? Okay, good luck. I hope so. Please find your own space and method to be present, to use your mindful breathing, and then it will benefit you because you have your own situation, right? in the office or in the workplace or somewhere or in your house. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. You have more? Oh, I want to close already. Who is that? Helen. Okay. Okay, last question, Helen. Thank you, brother. When paying attention to breath, I still find that there are images in my mind which keep popping up. What is your experience? Will this change eventually? Actually, is good because you know that there's images pop up in your mind. Because most of the time you don't know. The moment you realize there's images pop up in your mind, actually is already reduced a lot. So don't worry, as long as you know and you keep looking at it, the images will reduce by itself naturally. It's like a rat, you know. If you don't look at it, they are just doing a party. But if you just look at the rat, they are just run away. You know what I mean? It's quite similar to your mind. If you look at it, your mind somehow quite quiet, you know. Maybe your son or daughter also. You don't look at them, they're just doing things crazily. But when you turn around, look at your son or daughter, they are just suddenly quite quiet, you know, because he's afraid the mother will yell at him. Yeah. Stop. Yeah. So continue to look, no problem, because at least you know that there's images in your mind. The more you look at it, it will reduce a lot. But sometimes people, they got scared because they say, the more I look at my mind, the more images. Wrong. It means that you suddenly found out actually the images is a lot already. But they make a conclusion that the more you look at it, the more it appears. It means like actually what happened in your mind, there's a curtain that stopping us, that we don't know what happened in our mind. So when we are present, in the present moment, we are here and now, somehow the curtains open a little bit. And then you can see through, what happened to my mind? Then you know. And then some people, they got shocked, you know. Wait, so many things. And then they're scared. They don't want to practice present moment anymore. They got scared. Yeah. Actually, it's good news. Yeah. So when you got scared, you just take a long in breath and out breath, you know. Yeah. Okay? I hope it's helped. Wonderful session, dear Sangha. Thank you for this offering. Good night. Oh, he said good night already. Okay, dear Sangha, thank you very much. 40-something friends from around the world, maybe from Indonesia, China, Malaysia, Singapore, somewhere or anywhere. And thank you. See you again on Monday. Let's practice mindful breathing for 3 sounds of the bell together. With the sound of a small bell, we can unfold our legs and give a massage.